next week against the winner of Soddy Daisy Red Bank. It's that simple. Now if you factor in the equation with Gallatin, a Gallatin loss tonight against Chattanooga Baylor, coupled with a victory by the Blue Devils, kicks the Blue Devils up to first place in the region, meaning we'll have an off week next week, and we'll play a second round game with that home field advantage and a first round bye. As John said, Beech won the toss. They elected to defer. Lebanon will receive. Lebanon in the solid white uniforms. Jade Sellers will be the deep return man for the Blue Devils. Up receivers for Lebanon, Joel Griffin, the sophomore, and Chris Stafford, also a sophomore. Beech High School, dressed in the solid blue uniforms. Their kicker will be Brian Bounds. And here with the play-by-play call of tonight's Class 5A region football game is the voice of Blue Devil football, Bruce Skeen.
All right, Tommy, and the cold front got here. About an hour ago, the wind blows out of the north, probably around 30 mile an hour it's got up to, and Beech will kick off. Beech to kick to Lebanon. They defer to the second half. They'll kick with that northern wind blowing strong and cold out of the north. And the referees are waiting on the whistle, and it made P froze. Tommy, what do you got now?
Bruce, I don't know as they're working down on the field. John, down to you on the field. What have you got?
Down here in the, but the Blue Devils sideline is hot and fired up. The Beech team seems to be waiting either on the clock operator. Something is wrong with the clock, and looks like they're going to run the clock on the field. Let me go over here and check, and we'll make sure. Back up to you.
Bruce, apparently a clock malfunction to start the football game as a whole contingent of folks. That may be the chain gang.
Well, whatever.
The chain gang that wasn't on the field.
The chain gang had not showed up, guys. Is that it, or is there a clock? One or the other. Lebanon set to receive, Tommy, and we're expected to kick off here in a minute. And 37 will come forward. Bounds will kick it off, but we got to get the chain crew out here first. Now they're here. They had to volunteer some people, evidently. It's awful cold, Tommy.
It is cold, Bruce. The temperature's dropped at least 15 degrees from the time we left Lebanon, just about 5:30.
Hendersonville Beech to kick off. We're coming out of Beech on Long Hollow Pike. Sellers is deep, stands on the 5 if they ever kick it to him. They come forward and they kick it short. It'll go to Stafford on the 18 or 19. 25, 30, 35-yard line and got knocked down on the 36. Stafford caught it there and ran it back to the 36, and the Devils got pretty good field position first down.
Here's that starting Lebanon offensive lineup. Greg Triplett will be the quarterback. Split end will be Mo Thompson. Bob Belcher will be the left tackle. Shane Thorne, left guard. Scott Wortman, the center. Jennings, Kaiser, and Job along the front.
Lebanon comes out with a split end to the right, flicks flanker to the left. Triplett's the quarterback. Gives it up the middle to Moss. Moss carries it to the 40 and got knocked down on the 40 and got 4, maybe 5. They spot it somewhere around the 40 or 40 and a half. He got 5, we'll see. He was on the 35 and a half. Give him 4, second down and 6.
Coming into this football game, Charles Moss, 95 carries on the season, 603 yards, 6.4 yards per carry. Cantrell in there at fullback. Jade Sellers, the tailback.
Set. Take the ball and run a sweep to Sellers, and he cuts it in and cuts it out. 50, 45, carries him in to the 43-yard line. Jay Sellers had a great running week last week. He just carried that football all the way to Beech's 41. They spotted. Jay Sellers spotted on the 41 and a half. First down, Blue Devils.
Jade Sellers coming off a great week last week, 90 yards last week for the Blue Devils. Sellers on the season, 396 yards on 54 carries, 7.3 per try.
Lebanon's on the 41, we'll call it. 41 with an eye set. Sellers is a tailback. Cantrell's a fullback. He's got it. Straight up the middle. 5, 10, 15, all the way to the 24. Got knocked down. Tony Cantrell, straight dive right up the middle and carried it all the way to the 23 and got knocked down. Terry Stafford, what do you got?
From the 41, Bruce, he's finally tackled at the 23. That's an 18-yard pickup, first down, Lebanon.
Lebanon taking the football from the 36, I think they started, and they've carried it all the way down to the 20, we'll call it the 23. Triplet, eye set. Takes the ball, runs, sweeps Sellers, cuts it in, got a yardage, got to the 20, carries people with him inside the 20, maybe to the 19, I think, and got 4, 2nd and 6. They just run a toss sweep to Sellers, who is running tailback. Ball on a 19, 2nd down and 6.
Bruce, Hendersonville Beach has used a couple of different offensive sets so far this season. Excuse me, a couple of different defensive sets. They've used a 50 front as well as a 4-man front.
9:39 in the first quarter. Lebanon driving on Beach. Lebanon's 8-1, Beach 2-7. Triplet takes the ball, gives it to Rose, and Rose pounds his way all the way inside the 15. Got to the 12, close to a first down. I think he got it. They say first down, the ball's being spotted, I think, inside the 13 on the 12-yard line, we'll say. Hard to see the markers again here. Ball on the 12-yard line, Lebanon driving on Beach. And the wind, we're going right straight into that northern wind that just really picked up about an hour ago. Lebanon's triplet calls, signals, takes the ball and runs a sweep to Moss. Moss cuts it in and then cuts it out, and somebody pulled him down from behind as he crossed the 10 and got to the 8. Charles Moss, senior running tailback. 4 yards to the 8. He may have even got 5. We were trying to look at the markers across the field. We got the ball. We'll say it's 2nd down and 5. We'll give him 5. May have started on a 13. Ball is on the 8-yard line, and we've got 8:39 to go in the quarter, first quarter. Lebanon driving, take the ball, they run up the middle. Sellers got hit hard, didn't get much. First time Beach has really stopped us at anything. Sellers went right straight up the middle on a lead play, and they hit us hard and knock us down on about the 7. Gave him a yard, give him a yard, and I think we need 3rd down. We need 4. We got to go somewhere around the 3. Moss checks in, Sellers checks out. Lebanon's 3rd down and 3.5 for a long 3.5 or 4 yards to go. The ball is just inside the 10, around the 7, down in Beach territory. Lebanon opening drive. Take the ball and run the option, and they pitch it, and Moss has got a little daylight, and he got close to a first, and then we got a flag. That might have been holding on somebody from Lebanon. Checked the flag. Moss got close inside the 5, and then we might have holding on our tight end. Let's check the call.
Bruce, that's what it looks like. Looks like the mark-off will go against the Blue Devils. Looks like Chavez Job, apparently the guilty party. John, down to you on the field. Did it look like a hold to you?
Tommy, they're going to call a clip on Chavez Job on the option play. Evidently, the line judge saw him some sort of clip in there. I thought it was going to be a late hit on the play, but evidently they're going to call the clip. Back up to you.
So a clip will cost us 15. It will go follow the foul and carry it back to the 21.5 or 22. We'll say 21-yard line. They carry it back to. We're 3rd down still. 3rd down. We've got to go 18 yards to the 3-yard line. 3rd down and 18. Lebanon's drive started way back on the 36. We got down there, and now all of a sudden the clip has hurt us. We send Reader wide to the left. Tight end is split out there. Back to pass. They run a draw and fake it and look in the middle, and they throw it, and it's too high. Incomplete, looking for Mo Thompson. incomplete, overshot him on the 5.
Bruce?
So it's 4th down, we'll go for it, I assume.
That's kind of a new route for us, Bruce, as Lebanon going with the delay pattern with Moe across the middle, kind of drag Moe in behind the linebackers, using Reeder to run that corner off deep into the end zone. Moe looked like he was open for a moment. Greg overthrew him, so the Blue Devils going for it on 4th down.
On the 21-yard line, 4th down and 18. We can get a first on the 3. 4th and 18. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. One setback is Rose. Triplett drops back and looks and looks and looks, and then somebody clipped and they sacked him. We may have been whole, and they sacked Triplett back on the 31. I think we were holding to. It makes no difference. Beech will take over. Holding Blue Devils. Beech sacked our quarterback for about a 10-yard loss, and Beech will take over.
Bruce, I'm trying to think back on the last time Greg was sacked. It has been a while. Terry Stafford shaking his head. Terry, I cannot remember the last time that Greg went down for negative yardage on a straight sack.
Tommy, it's probably been several games, and of course that gives you some idea what kind of protection our offensive line has given Greg in the last few games. Not only the last few games, but all season.
Wing T set. Split into the left. Harris, the quarterback. Takes the ball, runs that cross, fakes it, bootlegs it. Here we come. He got out of there, and Harris got 5 yards to the 35. Harris got 5 to the 35. He was bootlegging to the left, cut it back up across the middle of the field and got 5, and we knock him down up on the 35, and it's 2nd down and 5 yards to go. Beech is only 2-7. We're 8-1. We really need a win over here tonight. Lebanon comes out in that familiar 50 defense. Strong safety to the right. Phillips is not in. He's out for the season. Take the ball, run a pass. Bootlegging now here to the right. Throw it out in the flat. It's caught up on the 45. We knock him out on the 47. They got a first down. They hit that fullback Horsley out of the backfield, and he got to the 46 and got a first down. Bootleg pass out of that wing T set.
Garrett and Ron C. combining on the tackle. That new secondary has Joel Griffin starting for Ricky Phillips. Ricky out with the knee injury for the rest of the season. Mo Thompson, Bill Garrett in the secondary. Sellers and Rose at linebacker.
Back to pass. Harris looking long and got a man down on the 35, and he carried him to the 30 inside. Flags fly, face mask probably. Beech is driving on us. They hit a man over the middle and carry it all the way, and there's 2 flags after he caught it on the 28, and that may carry it all the way to the 14, half the distance. Check the flag. Harris hit his wide receiver down on about the 35, and he carried some people with him to the 28, and then there's going to be 15 more yards with that, or 14, half the distance, I think. There were 2 flags on the field. Beech has got the wind behind their back now. Lebanon's defense not scored on last week. Half the distance of the goal. Should send it to the 14, and it does. They're on the 14-yard line. Tommy?
Bruce, this is kind of out of the ordinary for Beech. They've only thrown 68 passes on the season, almost half of what Lebanon has thrown. But here already, they have come out throwing.
One setback and a wing and a split in. Take it, draw off left the middle. Big Horsley's down to the 10. Got 4 yards. They're driving on us. We may be a little down after that win on Riverdale. Alls hit him on the 10. He barely got inside the 10 on the 9.5. 5:47 in the first quarter, and Beech threatening on us. We took the ball and drove it all the way and got a clipping penalty, and now they're driving on us.